Well, it's January 8th, and I suppose it's time for me to give you a market update on what's going on in the real estate world in the Des Moines metro. Now, when I do my numbers, it's all based on the Des Moines MLS, which includes up to about an hour outside of Des Moines. So when I look at the total inventory, we have 3,500 homes for sale in our MLS. And over the last 6 months, we've seen 6,484 homes close. That means about 1,080 per month is closing, which equates out to about a 2.7 month supply of homes. Now, when I got into the business back in 2004, we learned it as a 6 month supply would be a balanced market. So if you had 7 month supply of homes, you had a buyer's market. If you had a 5 month supply, you had a seller's market. Well, it was about in the COVID era, around 2022, where they decided, hey, you know what? We're going to bump this up to a 3 month supply. And I think it's because everybody got really, really antsy. Everything's moving so much faster. We have the internet. We have everything. It's just a lot more high tech. So now they're saying the 3 month supply is a balanced market. That's what I'm hearing anyway. But we are sitting at 2.7 month supply, which tells me what? It's still somewhat of a seller's market. And I think as buyer activity continues to increase over the next couple months as we move into the spring, if we don't pick up more listings, it's going to be feast or famine. So if I go to the communities around Des Moines, I did not include them all. I just did some of the major ones. And I'm just going to give you a month supply there and a couple different price ranges so you kind of see what's happening. So price between $200,000 and $400,000. We have Ankeny sits at a 2.8 month supply. Urbandale has a 3.5 month supply. Waukee has a 4.7 month supply. I don't know if they have a development that's got a bunch that are just putting on the market. They're firing away over there, which is good, which means they're bringing that more affordable home into that area. Clive has a 2.2 month supply. Johnson has a 2.8 month supply. Altoona, a 3.9 month supply. Norwalk, a 3.9 month supply. Grimes, 2.7. And West Des Moines has a 2.5 month supply. What I noticed is the western communities and the northern communities tend to do better than the southern and the eastern. That's just kind of what I noticed as far as the number of homes on the market and the number have gone pending. If we look at Altoona, they had 91 total active listings between 200 and 400,000. And Ankeny has 217. Waukee has 176. So you see the higher activity. You see more pending deals, more closed deals. And the month supply seems to be better as you go west, except for Waukee. And there's an anomaly there, which I did not dig into, but I'm guessing they have a couple developments that they have quite a few new construction in that area. So we know right now that for the most part, it is a seller's market under 400,000. That's what this reads to me. Now let's look at from 400 to 600,000. We go in those same communities. Ankeny has a 3.9 month supply. Urbandale, a 4 month supply. Waukee, a 7.4 month supply. Clive, 4.6. Johnson, 3.9. Altoona, 4.3. Norwalk, 6.3. Grimes, 4.1. And West Des Moines, 3.8. Now, this screams one thing to me. That is where we see the majority of new construction. We can't bring new listings to the market because we can't make people move. But we can build new homes, and that's where we can create the inventory. So when we have an overall 2.7 month supply over all of the homes, we're seeing the higher price range homes sitting a little bit longer than the lower price range homes. A lot of that has to do with supply. We have a lot of new construction, and they're very similar, priced between 400 to 600, so it's highly competitive. One thing you have to keep in mind with that, we have record lows on the number of permits being pulled by builders. That is something that we really need to pay close attention to, because as this market shifts, if we see a rate drop, we head into the spring, people start getting out and buying homes. If we don't have the new construction inventory out there, it's going to be a lot harder to create inventory. Some people will list their homes, but we all know that a lot of people with that $200,000 to $300,000 home, they're selling their home and potentially buying a new construction home, which might be priced 400 to 600. So less of those will come on the market if there's nothing available for them to purchase. So sitting right now, I would say that our new construction inventory is going to get slimmer and slimmer. Over the last year, we've gone from about 50% of our inventory being new construction down to 42% of our inventory being new construction. That has given us a trend where builders are backing off. And if builders back off, our inventory is going to do what? It's going to back off as well. So there's a lot of technicalities going on throughout this industry that we need to pay close attention to know where things are going to sit over the next 6 months to a year, maybe even 2 years, because it will take a while for us to bring back our inventory and to get our builders in good enough shape to start building the stuff that we need. But that's where we sit right now in our market. It's still a seller's market. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Remember, pent-up buyer demand is at an all-time high. And when that starts to trickle into our real estate market and people start buying, buyers getting out there, we are really going to hurt if we don't have the inventory. And right now, it's a seller's market. So we need more homes on the market sooner rather than later. And that's your update for January 8th, 2025. My name's Tim. If you're looking to buy or sell real estate, give me a call. I'm at Remax Precision in Ankeny.